As you can see, it's dark out, or it's getting dark out, too dark out for the cameras really, but it's another week. It's a week after Broadstairs fireworks, which I was at last week, which I did in the last vlog. This week it's the Deal Regatta. Now it starts at 5 o'clock, finishes at about 10. I've been working today, so I'm here. It's gone 9 o'clock, it's about 20 past 9, but I'm only here just to see the fireworks. I bought the drone to have a look, and I'm going to do it further down the beach so I'm not disturbing anybody, but I'll get the drone out and hopefully see what the fireworks come out like that. The fireworks at Deal were fantastic. They were really well done. It's nice to see them on the end of the pier. It was a bit different to have the pier lit up by the fireworks, which you'll see in the drone footage. I didn't get to go to the fair because the fireworks didn't start until 10:30, which was a bit unusual. I didn't expect that because on all the bump it said that it was sort of like between 5 and 10 for the regatta, and nowhere did it mention that fireworks going to be 10:30, but it was still quite good. Very well turned out, very well behaved. Unlike the Broadstairs fireworks, and the Broadstairs fireworks the week before unfortunately were marred by a breakout of violence on the pier and violence in the high street, which ruined it really for everyone else. So much so that the following week's fireworks were banned. They cancelled them because of the violence. This week's fireworks on Water Gala night are going ahead with extra security, but there may not be any more after that. Again, it's just for the Water Gala. Following fireworks may not happen because of the trouble they had. Now, luckily where I was at the top of the cliff with the GoPro filming the fireworks, so I was with sort of like groups of people were around and young children, people like that. So, I mean, I was on my own, but there was a normal mix of families and things like that. It was only really on the pier that the violence broke out with bunches of teenagers, boys and girls, and in the high street. Now, I did see a bit of it in the high street when I walked back up. When I was leaving, after I'd walked around, I sort of bumped into a couple of them who were there was a sort of big fight down the road. Some kids were lashing out at each other. One of the ones that lashed out at the others seemed to run off past me, brush past me. I walked back to my car and he was sitting with his hoodie over his head, not far from my car in the car park. I think maybe he was thinking of his actions or something. He looked a bit upset, to be fair. So I mean, he'd started some fights, but then people had been chasing him and picking on him, I think. So, but I didn't want to get involved. It's not really my place to. You know, I shouldn't get involved with stuff like that. I get bored in hospitals. It's not the most wonderful place, and I've got an aversion to police stations, so not keen on them either, really. So I couldn't be bothered doing either of those that night. I say an aversion to police stations. For some reason last year I managed to convince myself at the end of part of the year that my ex-girlfriend was probably going out with a policeman. Why I thought that, I don't know, I just convinced myself for some reason. And really, you know, I mean, I have no idea who she's with, who she went out with after we split up, or whoever she got with, male, female, whoever she got with. Anyone at all, I don't know. I have no knowledge of any of that because she hasn't spoken to me since the day we split up. And I've been trying as hard as I can, as you know, and she hasn't listened to me either. So I've had no knowledge, and it's been made very clear to me that I'm not to know, and it's none of my business. I should leave it all and let her get on with her life, which I have been doing. But as always, as you know on here, I'm not going to bore you with it, but as always, you know, I've still got the feelings here. I mean, I probably still feel here, or I feel more here now than ever. I say it's strange, but it's not. It's a nice feeling. I love it. I have more feeling here probably than I ever have had. Every day passes, it just grows more. I have more love for her now than I ever did. That's not to say I'd have more love for her now than if we'd have been together. If we'd stayed together, then obviously that would have been a much, much, much greater love than it is now, even though now it feels fantastic to me. You can't beat being with somebody that you're in love with, and being with the person, that love would have grown stronger and stronger and stronger than it is now. But it's still very strong, and it's probably unfortunate in some ways for her, because I imagine she's very angry that I don't hate her, and I think she would probably like me to hate her quite a bit, but I don't. I can never do that. I still love her very much, and I said I get a stronger feeling here than ever. So I'm sorry to her for not hating her. I'm sorry for making her feel that she wants me to hate her, and she should hate me so much, but I can't help the way I feel. I made promises and things to her that I always keep there in my mind, that I always love her and I always will. it's just the way I am. I like feeling warm and, you know, fuzzy about her, so it's the way it is. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you with that anymore because I keep going on about it. I'll try and cut that out of as many vlogs as I possibly can from now on. I will try not to, and I will try to get on and talk about other things and talk about other stuff. Talking about other things, what else have I done? So it's been a while since I did the last 100th vlog. I've been out a bit. I went to a monster truck event with the kids. It wasn't a huge monster truck. I think it was 2 monster trucks from a guy who runs them up north, but he was a good bloke and it was alright. It was fun. Quite a few of the friends and people that I know went there. I didn't take my camera with me, so I didn't get any pictures as such. I took one on the phone. There was a guy that I work with there who has got a really, really good camera, really good lens. He wasn't so sure about his pictures, and you know, I won't. He did eventually get his lens out and take some pictures, and I'll feature a picture here because his pictures come out really, really well. So this is Dexter's pictures, they're really good. Now, for anybody who's got arachnophobia, I would turn away any second now because I'm going to show you a picture. I did take a picture of my youngest son holding a nice furry little creature that he was very keen to hold. He was very, very, you know, he really wanted to go to. My other son was like, oh no, I'm not going anywhere near that. And Daniel was like, no, let me have a go. And he loved it. It was brilliant. So Joshua, my other son, also then had to have a go. I tried stroking it and the guy said I wasn't allowed to stroke it because it would run off and it didn't like it very much. So what else have I done other than that? I went out to a Dirty South meet on Saturday night, took some more photos as I always do. Went to a local carnival at Ramsgate. That was quite interesting. Same as every year though really. The only difference this year, they seem to have banned all the sellers. So people selling the balloons and all that sort of stuff seem to have gone. So I don't know where they've all gone, but they seem to have gone, which is a shame. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but also the hair needs doing again soon. It's been coloured a couple of times since I last had it cut, but it's going to need cutting. And it will need colouring again because you can see the darkness coming through. So with that in mind, I went to buy some new kit. So I've got a new bit of kit, a nice little pouch. Basically, it's a beard trimmer. So this is a beard trimmer. It's going to help me basically doing the sides, around the back, stuff like that when I need to trim bits up to do colouring and these silly little bits that grow out at the sides here. It was in Argos for about 20 quid, went into Tesco's, had it for 18 quid, and Argos had it on offer, so I've got it in Tesco's. Nice little pouch. You get some little combs with it, but they're not overly long. So they give you these little comb attachments. So I thought, I know, I'll go on the Philips website and buy a new comb because that's a bit short. So through the post they sent me a whacking great big UPS envelope. Inside that envelope you've got another envelope, still quite large considering what's in this envelope. There's a tiny little comb. So 9mm comb for doing longer hairs. In such a massive amount of packaging. Ridiculous. But I'll put a link to it. It's actually very good, as I said, for doing that. I'm going to go back with the Toxic UV and Lime Green probably. I may get some more directions fluorescent because I quite like the very light colours. I like the light look. It is a bit of maintenance and does take a bit of work, but I enjoy it. Okay, so the Google Home Hub. I haven't had a lot of use out of it. It doesn't do quite as much as I was expecting it to do. I was hoping it would be a bit like the Alexa, where you could add more to it. Unfortunately with the Google you seem to only add what's on your phone. It's okay, but like with Alexa I can ask her, I can say, Alexa, tell me what I slept using Fitbit, and it will give me my sleeping pattern and stuff like that. Whereas with the Google you have to have the sort of Google app. So it's not as brilliant as I was hoping it would be. At the moment it's more like an alarm clock. So I can say, hey Google, set my alarm for 8:30.
Alright, your alarm's set for 8:30 PM.
And then you have to say to it, actually, hey Google, cancel my alarm.
Alright, cancelled.
And then you can say, hey Google, set my alarm for 8:30 AM.
Okay, your alarm's set for tomorrow at 8:30 AM.
Obviously you can ask her questions and you can get her to play music, but the music, again, if you say, hey Google, play Heart 80s on TuneIn.
Sure, here's Heart 80s on TuneIn.
Hey Google, stop music. And it has a bit of novelty value to it. I think if I had more smart stuff, I would probably use it for other things. If I had a place of my own then, or somewhere with somebody that I loved, I would have somewhere to put it, and we'd maybe use it around the house as different things, like asking it recipes and stuff like that. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the fireworks, and I shall get out and do some more fireworks tomorrow night on Wednesday at Broadstairs. If I don't get stabbed, beaten up, attacked or mugged, then I will put something on the next vlog for you. Thank you. Bye bye. Hey Google, say goodbye.
See you later.